day, the team's making concrete mushrooms for a kiddie's garden.
So I believe we're making mushrooms today. I'm wondering what's going to happen. Are we going to give it some water? It's going to grow? What's going to happen here?
There's no magic mushroom. But this is actually a whole mushroom already. Basically, we've dug a hole and we lined it with plastic to create the stem of the mushroom. And I made a mixture, put it inside there, and then created the dome on top. So this guy was made about a week ago, and he's been sitting here in the soil. And all that you've got to do is lift him out, and out comes a whole mushroom, believe it or not. So should we get stuck in and build one, make one, because that's going to be the basis of our children's garden.
The depth of the hole depends on the size of the stem, which needs to be proportionate to the top of the mushroom.
Deep enough?
Yeah, I reckon that's cool. Just round off the edges of it so it's not so square. I don't think there are many square things in nature. Yeah, that's perfect, eh? Now what we do is we take this and we line it. So the bottom is lined as well. Level out the top because this is going to form basically where the top of the mushroom is going to start.
Now I see we're making an ornament today, but it's also got to be childproof as well.
Yeah.
So from what I've learned, something on the medium sort of strength should be good enough?
For sure. Medium strength is going to be great, which is going to be a 3-in-1. No stones are needed. It's literally river sand mixed with cement.
For the mushroom mixture, the team's using 3 buckets of river sand to 1 bucket of cement.
Now just a good mixing.
Right, Tanya, you get far too carried away with the water, so I'm doing it this time.
Okay, a little bit in. Okay.
The mushroom mixture needs to be of a dry consistency, so add water carefully to ensure that you don't add too much.
Okay, guys, I think this is about it.
Yep.
Take a look at this. We can make little balls. It still holds its shape. That's what we want. And if you had to take the spade, give it a whack, you can still get the smoothness. So it is really dry. It's probably one of the driest mixes we've ever used. In we go with the mixture. Garth, whack it in. That's it. Okay, now, Andrew, that little stick that you got, just give it a good, just give it a good pounding. And that's just going to work it into the corners, get the shape that you've made of your hole right level to the top. Okay, that's looking good. Once we've got this level to the top, that's when we now start creating the top of the mushroom, the dome. Now, it generally has to be proportionate to the stem. This is not as wide enough, so I'm just going to cut a bit of extra plastic and just bang them on the side there. So, just pop them here. There we go. Okay, now from here, we're now going to get our basic shape of where we want the top of our mushroom to go. And you just carry on adding until you're happy.
To make the top of the mushroom, simply work the mixture with a trowel to achieve the smooth finish you want.
It would be advisable to take your trowel and just work it in a bit to make sure that it is a thick enough lip to be able to hold its own. And that just needs to be minimum of 5 mils thick. Groovy, guys. I'm happy.
Leave the mushroom to dry in the sun for at least 7 days.
Okay, this is our guy. All we got to do now is just start digging with the spades from the outside, not too close to the lip because you don't want to break this after all the work. So let's just couple of spades in there till we get about halfway down into the stem, and then we should be able to move it.
When digging out the mushroom, be careful not to dig too close to the mushroom in the ground.
Oh! Let's pop them here. And there we go. One hot mushroom.
Looks really natural, really cool.
It's funky. You'll notice obviously how the top is dried much quicker than the bottom. This is still quite damp, obviously because it's been in the hole. What we do now is just leave it to dry a bit further. And obviously with the stem, you can bury it as much as you want so it can stand up. We're going to take this one step further. Not only are we making the mushroom now, but we're going to show you how to funky it up a bit. Make it a bit more realistic. Of course, you could leave it like this, but we've got something else up our sleeve. We've got a couple that have dried already. Okay guys, this is the raw one. This is one that I've already put a base coat on. It's just an ordinary undercoat. I'm going to start with the top, which is going to be red, with some white dots. And then you guys are going to start with the white, and then we'll finish them off.
Decorate the mushroom in any pattern you like, and remember, it must be fun for the little ones.
Good job, Picassos. It's looking quite groovy. I think they're quite funky, aren't they?
They are looking funky.
Our magic mushrooms. Okay, let's take them and find a spot in the garden for these little guys to go into. If you want to get kids involved in the garden, you've got to have something that's bright, funky, colourful, and that they can touch and feel. So we've got a whole lot of cool plants. I think Garth and Andrew have got some along there. How funky are these?
Beautiful.
They're actually called neons or pinks.
Okay.
The variety name is neon, and these are dianthus, completely edible. So what we're going to do is put a whole lot of these little guys around. Let's start with a few of them over here. Let's pop them in here. They'll look quite cool against the yellow. And then we've got some funky dahlias. They're the bedding plant dahlia. They're the annuals. So they flower, go through their flowering season within 1 year. 1 year they flower right throughout the summer, right into autumn. The more you cut off the flowers, the more they will flower for you. Beautiful bright colors, and they're also great for the vase. So we're going to stick a whole lot of them around. Let's get these guys planted in the meantime.
Always use edible and non-poisonous plants for a kiddie's garden.
Remember folks, dig your holes nice and big, double the depth of the pot, double the width of the pot, and always remember compost, bone meal if you don't have dogs, and superphosphate if you do have dogs. These little guys, when they finish flowering, all you do is you cut the flowers back and they'll just carry on growing again. They'll give you a second flush right through the season, and that is just so rewarding. This is a great plant for children's gardens. It's called stodys byzantina, or lamb's ears, and we've shown it to you before, and it's called lamb's ears exactly for that point, because they are so soft and gentle. They've got this little furry bit on the tops and the underside of the leaves, and they are gorgeous. Remember, children's gardens are all about being tactile, being able to crush things, smell things, stroke them against your face, and that's what makes it so much more exciting. And that's the way you're going to get them excited and interested into gardening. The lamb's ears is a good perennial. It spreads really quickly, so you don't need to plant them that close together. You can see it's got a really good root system, and it will grow right from coastal conditions up to where it gets to -degrees. It's a tough little guy. And when it starts flowering, I'm going to suggest that you cut the flowers off. That's all important, because as soon as it starts flowering, all the energy goes into the flowers, which are not that great, and the leaves start looking really shabby. Just to finish it off, guys, you've got a bag of bark each. We're just going to put that all around here. It's cool, you know. You can play with it. It's safe. You can break it up, and when this does rot down, it's just going to add more mulch into the soil. It acts as a mulch. It's also decorative, and it's going to improve the soil as the garden grows. Now, there are loads of other plants that you could use. I mean, you could even name some, I think.
Thyme, lemon thyme is a good one, I remember that.
Absolutely, because it's completely edible, very safe.
Oregonium's a good creeper.
Yeah,
That'll go
fantastic,
well.
yeah.
Put a nice rosemary bush at the back, so you've got a
For
herb
sure.
and flower garden.
There we go. And then you can start introducing the kids into maybe lettuce, sowing things, but this is the beginning, where you can learn about things and pollination, how plants grow, and I guess that's the most exciting part. Got a little hole here to bury a stem in. You got them there, Garth?
Yep.
Okay, lovely stuff. And then just firm them into place. There we go. Well, there we go, folks. The garden is finished, the mushrooms are in. Remember, they not only work as decorative, but they can be cool little chairs for the kids to sit on. And of course, every garden needs some little additions. So we've got these cute little funky guys here. We've got some little butterflies and those guys. Andrew, just give it a bit of a, there we go. I mean, that's all the stuff that we can add and have fun with. Now, don't you guys have something to add to the garden as well?
Yes, we do.
Okay, well, what have you got?
We've got some security here.
I love it. I love it. Groovy. And of course, I think mine's a bit sexier than yours. Well, there you go, guys. Get out there and create your own space for your kids, something that they can be inspired with. The concrete mushrooms, which form the basis of our garden, are so dead easy to make that anybody can throw them together. And remember, when getting to paint them, everybody can be involved. And you can add your own bits and pieces, just like I have, to the garden. So get out there and enjoy it. Till next week, take care of you and yours, and happy gardening.